All right, guys, enjoy the video. It's just a short little video on a little tip I have if you're going to mount your seat pans in your Zenith Cruzer or your 750 STOL. Here we are on the passenger side of the airplane. As you can see, this is the seat pan. This is where your seat cushion will go. I have my 6 holes drilled that mount the seat to the frame, which is a silver aluminum piece under the seat pan. And as you guys know, there will be a bolt that goes through the seat pan into a nut plate into this piece. And you can make your seats adjustable, as the plans mention, by taking your seat pan and drilling the holes and then moving it back a couple inches, drilling new holes, and kind of having 2 sets of nut plates for every hole. But one thing I want to point out is, if you notice, your seat pan sits flush on this aluminum piece here. But there is a line of rivets here that continue all the way up here. So you're going to have your seat pan sitting on top of a row of rivets, which you don't want to do. So how do we fix that? One way to fix it is you could dimple all of these holes and put a flush mounted rivet in there, or if this is thick enough, you could countersink them. That's kind of a lot of work and not really how I want to do it. Okay, so I've taken both pieces out of the airplane. I've clecoed them back together, and I am going to flip this upside down. And in the seat pan, I'm going to drill a hole at each one of these points. And then I will show you what I'm going to do after that. You really wanted to watch me drill holes, but I have drilled each of the holes, put a cleco on every other one. Now, let's take this assembly apart. Next step, take your step drill and open up each of the holes. All right, if you guys can guess where I'm going with this, you only want to open these holes up enough to where one of these AN4 rivets can fit through. Just a little bit of room to spare. For me, on my step drill, that's only the second notch there. And here is why we did that. When the seat pan is back in the airplane, now I'm not ready to rivet, but if these rivets were installed, you can see that they will sit in the holes of the seat pan. So now the seat pan can sit perfectly flush on the frame without sitting on top of the rivets. Now you might be wondering, well, what about when I want to move the seat back and make it adjustable? Well, here's a solution for that. All right, so to make your seat adjustable, if you make your seat, this is the mounting hole right here, so there's going to be another hole back here if I want to move it back, right? If you make it adjustable in increments that equal these distances, so if you measure from center to center here, and that's how far back you move your seat and mount your new holes, well then every time you move your seat back, these holes are still going to line up with your seat pan. All right, check this out. It's back in the airplane. You notice my seat pan is moved back. Remember, it was mounted up here. In fact, here's the original mounting hole. Here it's moved back, and you can see all the holes still line up with the rivets. Now if I take this up here, if I can do this with one hand, back to the original mounting holes, about right there. There they are right there. Rivets line up. Now you just slide it back to your next holes. Right, it's kind of hard to do one-handed, but you get the idea, right? If you slide it back, all the rivet holes still line up. So there you go. I'm only making 2 positions on my seat, this one and the one in front of it. So there, on the seat pan here, there'll be a nut plate here, a nut plate here, nut plate there, and there, I already drilled that hole out to 3/16. So yeah, makes your seats adjustable. They sit nice and flat on the seat pan, and that's probably, I think, maybe the best way to do it, or at least the easiest way to do it.